Shady Grove, my little love, Shady Grove, I say. Shady Grove, my little love, I'm bound to go away. Shady Grove, just in time for, well, maybe just a little late for the fall season. We here in West Virginia have lost a lot of our beautiful leaves. It came and went in a flash. It's a beautiful time of year, despite the gray skies. There are still some golden leaves hanging, and Shady Grove has been stuck in my head thanks to Vinny Coletti. He's a YouTube guy and Redditor who posts, he picks some banjo, but it looks like he's teaching some ukulele over there, so I'll drop a link to his channel in the description here. And if you are looking to play some uke, give him a check out. I saw he did Miserlou from Dick Dale, you know, it's a surf song. He did it on the ukulele. I didn't think it was possible. Anyhow, let's dive into Shady Grove here. This is in D minor. I just released a clawhammer version of this yesterday in D minor. So if you play both instruments, you can put them together and work really well together. So please follow along with the tab that's going to be posted in the description. The tab and the lesson are always going to be free. There is a tip jar should you feel so inclined. Got to keep all these instruments strung here. But let's get into it. We're playing in D minor. Our chords are D minor, C, and F. That's all. If you're not familiar with those chords, check them out. They're in the tab. This is real simple. This song just repeats over and over and over again. Quick word about the tab. I've had, just to clarify, please follow the up and down arrows. That is really how I'm doing the picking. If you think about tab, you want to think of it as looking down at your guitar. So if you see an arrow, so on a piece of paper, it looks like this, like it's upside down here, right? So you see your low E, blah, blah, blah. If you see an arrow pointing up, it's actually the direction of the pick, down, if you follow me. So it's backwards. An up arrow is a downward motion on the tab. The down arrow is an upward motion. So with that out of the way, let's do this here. Let me raise my chair a bit so I can get my guitar in frame. We're gonna start off here on their D minor, just kind of chug along. I should also mention at the very end, I'm gonna do a little demo on the alternating bass picking that I was doing during the verse. So I'm gonna do a bigger video on that here soon, but I just thought it was neat to throw in here. So. That's the first line. Shady Grove, my love. And our first little lick. And then I'm gonna hammer on my D minor. That part was really tricky for me. I kept muting my G string as I was hammering on. It was driving me nuts, but that's the emphasis note, that's the melody note. So and we're going to quickly pivot to F, lift your middle finger, and hammer back on and off. I should mention, you want to emphasize when you transition to that F here. The C, that's your melody note. Our last lick is so that's really the song. The alternating bass picking, what that is every chord is going to have a root and a fifth. So for D major, well, any major and minor, it's always going to be the same. So in D, it's going to be D is the root, obviously, and A is going to be your fifth. So you're going to just think of your strumming pattern like this: 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, or single note, brush, single note, brush, and you're going to put that into pairs of 2. So 1, 2, and a 1, 2. So you're going to have your first 1, 2 is D, brush. Your second 1, 2 is A, brush. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. The second, pair is going to be C, and that's just going to go from C. You're going to lift your ring finger and put it here on your G, And what you're going to be doing is barely touching your A string, so you deaden it. So that way you can kind of chop at it a little bit. It doesn't screw it up. You don't like hear that A in there. You don't want that in there. So, whoops. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. The last one is the F. It's just this little partial F, and your fifth tier is going to be C. So you're going to go. So if you're going to play the verse, watch the transition from the F to the C. I'm only doing the F once. When I go there, watch that transition because you're going to hang on the C note. Shady Grove, my little love, Shady Grove, I say, Shady Grove, my little love, we're bound to go away. So, give it a try. It's a fun song to pick around in the fall season. So until next time, thanks again.